Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back once again for the very first time to the Farts and Crap Show, where today, as per usual, it's your host Danjo here with part 92 of Sekiro, the complete series. Hope you guys are all doing well today. And, on today's episode, I believe we can go ahead and get some special rice, I think. If I'm not
Shinobi
mistaken.
of the divine air, I see you have obtained one persimmon of the serpent. They say there is a great serpent nest at the bottom of the sunken valley. Perhaps that is where you will find the remaining persimmon. Shinobi of the divine air, this time the rice grew well. Now, hold out your hand.
Please.
Bless us with bountiful harvest.
I thank you.
Rice is very precious. Please come again, should you want for more.
I gave you the
So you will take your leave. Please do visit again.
taro persimmon, and you gave me regular rice. These things are not equivalent. Alright, it's fine. But yeah, that info is 100% correct, so we're gonna go ahead and get the other fruit of the serpent. And as a reminder, I don't have the lotus. Like, I thought you had to do that and go fight Owl before doing these steps, but apparently that is not the sitch. That would have hurt. Actually, I don't think it would have let me fall that far. That's not what I was going for. So, this is the place we're supposed to be. And I'm gonna go ahead and equip this. And actually... So, we've been here before. I don't think we've been here on this playthrough. Nah, because I would have at least came in here. Whoop, get some items. And I did not do that. And there's a snake. So yeah, this is what I mean about the snake thing. People, when I see people talk about this game and talk about like the Great Serpent God or whatever, blah blah, they're not the same snake. Because like we already took one out, and like this one's here. And they're in very different parts of the map. So it is my firm belief that these are different snakes. Shit, I can't do that. No. Ah. Motherfucker, you son of a bitch. And honestly, I don't remember how to do this. I think it's over here, but is that? Oh, that's not your head. Okay. I thought it was the head of the snake, and it is not. Oh. Uh. That's where we're supposed to go. Aren't you supposed to, like, look somewhere else? Oh. So yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna have to do something kind very much not cool. But it's how you distract the snake so you can sneak in and grab this. Because otherwise he won't let you in here. Or she. Dried persimmon-like heart of great serpent. The great serpent is a god of the land, and the heart is believed to be where one's spirit resides. While it looks much like a persimmon, In fact, this is the red viscera of a god. Apparently, denizens of the sunken valley worship the organs, believing they represent the deity itself. Yeah, so initially I thought there was no way to get out of here, and I was like, that's very not like FromSoft, because typically they don't put areas like that in their games where you have to fast travel to leave. Like usually there's a way, like if you teleport in, there's a way to teleport out. Without using like Homeward Bone or something. But yeah, the snake is like not moving. And there actually is a way to get out of here. Where? There it is. But yeah, remember this ledge from before? Because I noted quite some time ago, I was like, oh shit, there's a ledge up there. Can't remember what that's for, but that's definitely a ledge. So yeah, that's what it's for. But yeah, now we have both of the fruits. So I believe we can just go back to the Divine Child and deliver them. Pretty sure. But yeah, it's strange that they referred to the fruits as livers before, but in the item description and like how they look, like that definitely looks like a heart. Like it's got the chambers and the things, and yeah, it definitely looks more like a heart. So, all right.
Shinobi of the Divine Air, have you acquired both persimmons of the serpent?
Yep.
Yes, I've found them.
This shade of red. It is as I expected. A persimmon is an apt comparison.
You're actually going to eat them?
Of course. Doing so will allow me to become a cradle to return the dragon's heritage to its home. However, I hesitate to eat them in front of you. Please come back after some time.
Yeah, this part is
I will eat the 2 persimmons and become the cradle to return the dragon's heritage to its rightful place. I will require a little time, but please return soon.
Understood.
yeah, based on the size of those snakes, like the heart has to be like huge. So yeah, if she has to eat both of them, that would take a while and it would be very disgusting. So here's what we need to do. Oh, thought we had to leave and come back. Apparently not.
Why? As you do not have any...
So that's interesting. So I guess even if we deliver them, can't actually do the next step for a bit. Okay. Well, I did fix the issue with the camera last time, or in between episodes, the issue from last time. So let's go fight the ape, and then we'll come back here and see if we can do the next thing. And I'm also kind of curious how this will turn out, because, like, last time I fought the ape, like, we were recording in 1080p. And this is one of the areas slash fights in the game where, like, that 1080p, like, macro blocking compression artifacting thing was happening. Which should be resolved now, so it'll probably look better than it did last time. But I think it's also just, I think it's partially the game. Like, just the PS4 version running on PS5, like, they seem to have, like, temporarily certain effects, like, are lesser priority during the fight or something. Potentially. It's, but it was definitely, like, the processing thing that was, like, messing up the look of it, because, like, I remember looking through, like, the raw footage of it and being like, oh yeah, that looks good, and then after uploading it and it, you know, the video processing and then the playback, like, it looked way worse. So shit, it's not the one I was aiming for. Whatever. Oh, we have empowered mortal draw now too, so I was gonna try that. Aww. Alright, there we go. Easy sneezy. And how enhanced power, mortal, like, not too bad. Not too bad. Like, it does take a lot more time to charge it up, but if you have the opening for it, you may as well. It's just most enemies don't give you that opening. In fact, most of the fights coming up, I would rather use the basic one because it's kind of based around the timing of the basic one. But yeah, before we proceed, I'm gonna go... Yeah, because we can't go back to Ashina Castle right now. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure we get that skill point. This last one should seal the deal. Where? There you are. Damn. Shit. Alright. It's a little bit more. Nope. Still can't do that. Alright. I guess... I mean, we could call it there. And we still haven't got, like, another... Like, no one else has Dragon Rot right now, aside from the Sculptor, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
What?
Sculpt.
I'm no.
Well, that does mean our unseen aid is at half, but I mean, we can't. This is kind of like a design flaw, in my opinion, or like an oversight. Just like there is no other. Because by the game's logic, it wants you to get another blood sample so Emma can make the cure featuring Robert Smith. And it's it's not possible because nobody else has Dragon Rot. So I would have to like die intentionally several times until somebody else got Dragon Rot, and then we could go get a blood sample from them. But presumably, if you don't, like, I don't know. Like, does it just stay at 15% the whole game and Emma just never develops a cure? Like, I don't usually do it that way because, like, I like being able to, you know, do the red dragon rot restoration thing, but also, like, if you don't resurrect in the first place, like, I've never done like a no death run in this game. That's one thing I was like considering doing for like a victory lap for this series. Because like if you're just going through the game beating it the normal way, like it doesn't take that long. Especially if you're going like the Shura route, which I wouldn't end the series on a Shura run. Like, that just seems kind of cruel, you know? But yeah, if you never use Resurrection, like, I'm assuming it's all the same, but it feels like it would be... It wouldn't be, like, weird narratively because, like, you die before the game even starts. When they talk about that night, and at the beginning of the game when Kuro's like, oh wait, you don't remember anything? Like, okay, maybe we'll talk about it later. But like, presumably that night after you help Kuro is in the memory, right? Where you go to Harada Estate and you fight Lady Emma. Which I guess, in a way, doesn't really make sense because she was like your teacher and blah blah. I guess like she defected or something. Whatever. But because like in that cutscene, Kuro's like, I won't let your loyalty go to waste. Like, take my blood and live again. That happened before the events of this game. Because like when you go to Harada Estate the first time, they're like, oh, this is 3 years ago. So even if you play through the game perfectly, it doesn't matter. Because like, you already died. You know what I mean? Like, kind of with every Souls game, they kind of play around with this idea of like doing a perfect run, like never dying. And like most of the time, you don't really get much of anything for doing it. But there is like a little indication, like slightly different dialogue or sometimes an item. Like, thankfully in Dark Souls 2, you actually get a ring that indicates, like, hey, you actually beat the game without dying. Good job. And they took that a step further to be like, oh, you beat the game without using a bonfire. Good job. Like, that is like still on my bucket list. And yeah, for the previous ones, I don't really know as much, like Dark Souls 1 and like Demon Souls. Not really sure on those ones. But typically it's assumed, especially early on in the game, there's like one thing that it kills like 99.9% of players. But there is a way around it. You don't have to die to them. Like, there's a number of things. Like, I think in Demon Souls it was like the stray demon, like in the tutorial. But like technically you can beat that. You can beat it on a new run. But anyway, still need to go back and actually like play that game a bit more. I think I was gonna. Oh yeah, Blue Point put like multiplayer requirement trophies in there, which I think that's how the original was too, but still. Haven't played that game nearly as much as like the other Souls games, but yeah, I don't know, maybe sometime in the near future we'll do like a Demon Souls series or like Dark Souls remaster. I don't know, but yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Sorry, a little bit of a rant there at the end. But of course, before we get going, it's time for the outro. Special thanks, updates, all that good stuff, and very special thank you going out to the current Farts and Crap Show members, which at the time of recording is Novellis Draconis, Aaron Schick, 97 Johnny Boy. Thank you so very much for choosing to support the show a bit more directly via channel membership. It vastly helps out. Very much appreciate it, and it is very much optional, so you guys are extra awesome for doing so. But if you guys want to get in on all those membership benefits and also, you know, enable us to buy better food and snacks and keep the lights on and stuff, check out that join button down below. If you know what I'm talking about, there's no join button for you. I'm not really sure if YouTube's getting rid of the join button. Like, lately there's been like a plus, subscribe plus button, like if you're already subscribed to a channel. And that's like the membership options or whatever. But anyway, regardless, I know sometimes the join button just isn't there. It's been a thing in the past as well. There's also a link in the description that does the same thing. But yeah, before we talk about, I thought I had a sneeze there. It went away. Before we talk about membership tiers, a quick little word on YouTube handles. That is Y97 Johnny Boy is an @ symbol in front of his screen name there. That is a handle. So they're unique identifiers on YouTube that help with a number of things, namely navigation. And he has a channel of his own. It's great stuff. Highly recommend it, which you can easily go check out just by going to youtube.com/@97johnnyboy, and it'll take you straight there because handles make URLs a lot shorter. You can also punch a handle into YouTube search. It will narrow down your results significantly. And since handles are 100% unique, it's another way to double check and make sure you're in the right place. But yeah. The membership tiers on this channel start at $3 a month. It's roughly 10 cents a day, gets you into all the basic stuff, including getting to vote on the series that get made here on the channel via the Members' Choice polls. It's a thing we do once a month for a full 7 days over on the membership tab, and that is how all of the series get decided. So, if you guys want to get in on that, that's how you do it, and we will have one coming up for June 2025, and it's likely going to be the last week of the month yet again. It's been that way for like 7 months now, so it's probably going to be that way for this month as well. But if you are new, and a new channel member. Pretty much all of the previous Members' Choice polls are still up over on the membership tab, and you can still vote on them. Basically, they stay open until you leave your input, so even if you're just a member for 1 month, you can vote on pretty much every Members' Choice poll we've ever had, and you'll still be influencing the content that gets made here for quite some time because retroactive input on previous polls is considered for future ones. But this is an approximation of future announcements from the past, so if you want all the announcements as they happen and the bell doesn't work for you, I get it, bell doesn't work for me, but there are 4 other ways you can stay up to date. You have the post tab here on the channel, the Farts and Crap Show Twitter, the Bluesky, and the Discord. I always post on all 4 whenever there's an announcement, regardless of which one of those works for you. You can stay up to date, and links for those are down in the description, also on the channel banner. But yeah, it's gonna do it for now. So thank y'all once again for being here, guys. Till next time, take care, and I hope everyone has fantastic day. I felt like I was gonna say something else there, and I was like, yeah, have a good one.